going to put together model 1521, and this instruction will be basically the same for any of the deep drawer models. Okay, this is the left side panel. You have some holes here to attach the brace that goes at the top that holds the glides, the L brackets. You have a couple of holes here for the handles, towel bar on the side. Then you've got holes in the middle for shelving, and then same at the bottom. Now if you go over and you look at the right one, that one has all the same holes, but it also, if you look very closely, has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 small pilot holes. That's where some of these glides are going to go. Now you can tell the bottom because of the big hole. This is where the casters go in. So what we're going to do next is we're going to prep these side panels and get them ready to put the cabinet together. Okay, I'm going to start with the left side. This is the top. You'll see 4 pilot holes here, and then I'm going to take the glide support, which has 4 big holes, and then you see 1, 2, 3, 4 at the bottom and 2 at the top. The 2 at the top, the 2 small at the top, are going to go up to the top. We're going to attach that to the side panel with these 1 1/4 number 8 screws. Okay, now I'm going to put the Z brackets on. They're little Z-looking things. One has a hole, a slat, and a long slot. What I'm going to do is I'm going to attach this to the brace using the hole in that. This is used later to attach the top. Then the next thing we'll do, we'll take the glide and a little wheel on it, a little open space at the top. I'm going to put that, since this is the left side, this is going to be the left front, the wheel's going to go toward the front. I'm just going to put that on the bottom there. You see the 4 holes? We're only going to use 2 of them. We're going to use the first and the third, and we're going to attach that with the little screws that come in the packet. The packet will read like 5/8 number 7 screw used on cabinet side panel. So this is the cabinet side panel. We're going to use these little screws that come with it. We're going to attach it in 2 places. You'll see those, it's almost even on that. It looks exactly like this. It's on my left, space at the top here, secured here, here, L brackets in place. Now, do the same thing with the right panel, and then we'll attach the longer full extension glides to the right panel as well. This one. Okay, now we're going to take the full extension glides. You look at it, it is a full extension. I'm going to take this end one off because that's going to attach to your drawer. If you look under here inside the groove, there's a little tab, a little upward swing there, but we're going to pull that down and then pull it out. Okay, that's going to go in your drawer. Okay, going to do the same thing with the top one. Now on this side panel, you have 1, 2, 3 holes. We're going to use those for a glide, and we're going out that way because that's the front. We're going to use this middle set of holes. There are 3 sets of pilot holes, but we're going to use the middle one on this particular model, 1, 2, 3, for the second glide. So we're going to use the little small round head screws, or pan screws, but they have a little teeny round head. Now, what I'm going to do is, this will slide in and out. I'm going to, when this one's properly positioned, the back panel is going to come in here, so there's got to be room for that. So you sort of look through the hole, and you've got a little bit of space there, about 3/4 of an inch, and you'll see right now it's through this particular hole right here. It's the 3rd hole in. Sometimes it changes because the manufacturer of the glides will change it. Okay? Now, you want to adjust this in and out until you can see the other holes. I see one through here, then move on down, and I see one through here. So I'm going to attach this glide into 3 places. And see, that's going to slide out toward the front. Then I'm going to do exactly the same thing with the top one. This top set of screws, I'm going to line it the same and attach it with the same screws. Okay, now we're going to put the top drawer together. This is the drawer back. There's a slot in the back, 2 holes. The drawer front, 2 handles, drawer bottom, and our fasteners, and the drawer sides. The smaller ones, a couple holes on the side. The end with the big hole, that's the one that goes toward the front. So they're going to go like this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to attach the back to the side, 2 of the 1 1/4 inch screws. Start both of them. Okay, with the drawer sides in place, attached to the drawer back, I'm going to put the drawer bottom in. Select the best side. Make sure that goes to the inside of the drawer. Just going to slide that down into place. Then I'm going to prep the drawer front, and then we'll attach the drawer front. Okay, now to attach the front to the sides of the drawer, I have to install what we call a bastion post. That's your stainless steel post, hole in it, slot in the top for a screwdriver and threads. We're going to screw that down, take it all the way down until it hits the wood. If you have any trouble getting it started, you can always just take a hard hammer, tap it in place a little bit, and then screw it down. You can use a flat blade screwdriver. Now, next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to back this out. I'm going to back this out about a full turn anyway, a good full turn. I'm going to make sure that the slot in the top is parallel with the edge. That means that the hole is parallel with the long slot here. Then I'll do the same thing over here. I'll back it out. Barrel nuts with these bronze looking barrels, threaded on one end. If you notice on the threaded end, there's a couple little dashes there. That shows you where the holes are in the side, which is where this post is going to come through. So I'm going to insert those and make sure that those little dashes point to the outside here, because that's where the post is going to come. You can always adjust them later because they have a tendency to move around in the hole a little bit if you move the side at all. Then I'm going to take and insert this post into the ends of the. And I'm going to take the little set screw with the little Allen wrench we give you, and when you look through the end of that barrel nut, you should see the hole in the post. It should be a little bit off center. If you have any trouble, there is a special video just on the bastion system, which you might want to look up. But the idea here is when you do the set screw, and anytime you're doing these bastions, is the tip of that set screw is going to hit the tapered edge of that post, and seek the point of the set screw will seek the center, and it's like a compression. It will tighten that right down. So, if when you tighten this down, okay, while we've got the drawer apart right now, I'm going to attach the glides. There's 3 holes. Sometimes you could have 4. Right now there's 3 holes. You don't want to use these multiple sides. That's going to go under the drawer bottom there. The wheel's going to stick out at the back. And you will look through there, you'll see 2 holes. One here, one there. And then there's a little packet in your hardware pack that says use these screws to attach the glides to the drawer. So just follow the instructions on the packet, and then we're going to secure this. We're going to glue those on down or screw them on down, and then we'll do the same thing with the other side. Okay, I'm going to assemble the 2 larger drawers. The sides and the back panels are exactly the same on the other 2 drawers, the deeper drawers. This is the back. Has a couple of countersunk holes here. And I'm going to do like I did before in attaching the sides. This is the front, of course, with the larger hole. It's going to attach the sides to the back using the same screws I used before, the 1 1/4 number 8s. Okay, I'm going to prep the drawer front. This is the bottom side of the drawer front. That's the front side. 2 sets of holes there. I'm going to put the bastions, 2 on either side. Here again, I'm going to take the flat blade screwdriver and I'm going to turn these out. Just a full turn. Be sure you get your fingernail under it, otherwise you may have to go another half a turn. That one I didn't quite see, so that's really fine. Here again, the hole's going this direction. Okay, the last thing I need to do is to put the little end piece from the full extension glide. We're going to put those on the top of the drawer there. You see there's little pilot holes here and there. This is going to the solid piece here. It's going up against the inside of the drawer front, and you'll see the little pilot holes. This one happens to be in the first hole and the third from the end. Could sometimes change. Here again, we're going to take the little round head, pan head screws and secure these in place. And we'll put the one on the other side, assemble the other drawer, and then we'll have the drawers all assembled. Okay, now I'm going to do the center divider panel. I'm going to put the magnet on there, 2 little holes here. Use the round-ended screws that come with the pack, and we'll tighten those down. Then I'm going to put 3/4 inch pins into the edges. You'll notice that one edge is finished. That's the front edge. That's the one that will face out. And then we have 1 inch pins that go into here. We'll do that after we put the other hinges on, our other glides. Take that full extension glide. This is the front because we've got the magnet plate on there. And this is going to go just about, not quite 1/4 inch from the back. And you'll see first pilot hole lines up, and this is the first set of holes down. And then you're going to adjust this back and forth until you see the other ones. There's one here, and then another one appears in there. So I'm going to secure those with these little 3/8 pan head screws. Okay, now we're going to attach the sides of the back panel. Lay the back panel out on a nice flat surface with all the holes up. These bigger holes closer to the bottom, that is the bottom. This is the bottom of the side panels. We're going to attach the side panels to the back panel with 1 3/4 inch machine screws. We'll go right through that nut hole in the leg. And I'm going to take a nut, put it on the tip of my finger and push it toward the machine screw. Get that started. And I'm going to do exactly the same thing on the bottom, and then I'm going to take the other side and put it on. Okay, now I've got the sides attached to the back. You should have something that looks like this. Now I'm going to attach the divider panel. It's going to be off-centered over on this side, and the little pins I put in earlier, those 3/4 inch pins, you're going to fit right into the holes of the back panel. And then I'm going to drop it down. And then we're going to put the front braces on the door, and we're going to proceed from there. Okay, now we're going to attach the front brace, the bottom front brace. We'll have the 2 holes up. The one on that side won't be used. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to align this hole with this pin. And so I'm going to first start, I'm going to put the 3/4 inch pin in the end of this one. I'm going to start by inserting that into the slot. Then I'm going to raise that panel and put the pin in here. And because I got a little bit of play there, I'm just going to pull this one back in in place there, and so then I've got the pin and everything lined up. Okay, we're going to do a little door prep. I'll put the handle on, machine screws. I'm going to put the magnet plate on. There's a little teeny pilot hole up here. I'll take the magnet plate with a little flathead screw that came with it. Little bumps, they're going to go against the wood. And you need a small pointed Phillips for this application. Then I'm going to take 1.5 inch pins and put them in the holes here and here. Then I'm going to take a washer, one of the little washers. I'm going to insert the door. I'm going to put a washer on this one. Okay, put that in place. Okay, and now I'm going to install the top front brace. Here again, I'm going to put the 3/4 inch pins in there. Now I'm going to do like I did before. I'm going to sort of reverse it. This does not get a washer on top of it. So now we've got this in place. We've got the pin on the door in the bottom. We've got the pin that's attached to the divider into the hole on the inside here. And then we've separated the outside and got the pin into the slot. Now we're going to secure those with a 1 3/4 inch machine screws and nuts like we've done before. Okay, this is a good time to put the towel bars on. To get that right, we'll take one of the standoffs, put a 1 inch number 8 screw through, and tighten it up pretty tight. Then I'm going to take the bar or the tube, put it in there, come down and secure that on the other side. Tighten her up and do the same thing on the other side, and then you've got your towel bars in place. Okay, now we're going to assemble the top, the drop leaf to the main part, and take the hinges. The long part of the hinge is going to go on the drop leaf, and the bulging area, that's going to go down into the little recess there. And so we're going to secure those with the 5/8 number 8 screws. We're going to do the same thing with the drop leaf support. We're going to put that in place. You can see the 4 of those in place, and then there's 4 here, and then this will line up, and then we'll secure all of those, and then we'll proceed from there. Okay, you get somebody to help you. You're going to take and turn the unit upside down. This is the front, and then you can line up the little L brackets with the 4 holes that are in the bottom of the top. It's much easier. Now I'm going to put 4 casters in. There's 2 with wheels that are locking, and 2 that are plain. I like to put the locking ones on the front because you can maneuver them or you get to them a little bit easier. Okay, now we're going to put the shelves in. If you haven't already put the 1 inch pins in, you're going to put 4 pins in. 1, 2, 3, 4. They're the 1 inch ones. Cap them in. There's 2 that goes on the outside panel on the bottom. Then you have 2 holes, but you're going to use the bottom one so that it'll be even. And you'll put bottom, bottom, and tap those in place, and then we'll put the shelves in. The bottom shelf has no smooth edge on it. The way to put that in, you're going to rest it on the back pin, close the door, and it'll go in. Then I'm going to take the smooth edge, that's the one that's finished, angle that in, and put the middle in. I'm going to put the drawers in, and dip it down about 45 degrees. Put the wheels over the wheels and push that in place. Now what we're going to do is, the end of this one is going to fit into the yellow one there. You sort of start them even, get them rolling, and then you're going to hit a little bump, and you just want to give it a good shove it on in so that it locks in place. Then it will come out anymore. Okay, now that we have the drawers in, we have the shelves in, last thing we have to do is to put the little wooden disc in. Before you do that, take your screwdriver and tighten up these bolts one more time, real tight, because it's better now than a little bit later. And then we'll take the little disc, the little grain in them, goes with the grain in the leg. We'll line that up and tap them into place. You may well use a little piece of plastic between the hammerhead and the head of the disc, just so that you don't do any marking.